The fishing ships are dead. It's alright. What we need is to hold here. But Grey is a monster, I think. Yeah, Grey and Teal are their peak players. So is this definitive Age of Empires experience? Well, it's probably the last Age of Empires 2 variant that is ever gonna be. And Steam, I don't know if Steam is dead. For me, everything works. Just the game crashed for a little bit, or didn't crash, it just was buffering, just trying to figure itself out, but it loaded after like a minute. So I guess we are fine. Can't afford Paladin. We might have to start trading. Which is something I really didn't want to do. Okay. Let's mine the stone. You've died for a moment there, okay. Sorry for that, not sure what that's about. Let me just check something real quick. Should be okay. This is not good. I really cannot fight Grey like this. Gonna have to get freaking murder holes. By the way, murder holes have a very wrong name. It's not called murder holes. Murder holes are in a gatehouse. The stuff the game is trying to represent is machicolations. Check something real quick, yeah. Every hole is a goal. So this is a murder hole. I think the name speaks for itself. Why not a Morris hole? Machicolations, yes. I did, but the game cannot because the game is incompetent. It's the original design, by the way. It's old, like 20 years old. Okay, this guy died. Now blue is gonna help us against Grey. We just need to survive. I did say we might have to set up a trade, so let's start doing that. I think we cannot really even contribute at this point much. So let's just mash out units. I'm not gonna wait on upgrades much. There's a trebuchet, so let's take it down. I would like a castle on the shoreline, but I'm so low on villagers. Just got absolutely shreked by Grey. Fortunately, Grey is now gonna struggle against blue, hopefully, and green will get himself into the fight soon as well, I think. Oh, the teal is doing something. It's growing to be a real monster. But two of their players are out. We should be able to deal with it. And according to Sabaton, that is the shape of a handsome Italian, so I might just do it murder hole, I think. Maybe. Okay, right. Yeah, flooding me again. Let's just get some cavalier. You do have the murder holes, so should be fine. There's gold here, so I should use that. Use the cavalier against that. Do we sell more wood? Yeah, it's very cheap right now, but food is also fairly cheap. So let's grab this. We'll have to use the Cavalier against these guys. More castles would be helpful, especially to secure this trader out. Let's get a castle here. You're gonna have to research caravan. I'll smash up this old market. Let's start trading to this. Yeah, it looks like green is going water actually. Okay, right. Still not having the greatest time over here. I need blue to help me out, but they are all fighting teal now. They probably just figured I could maybe hold on for a moment while they deal with that. Just need to still keep rebooming. Haven't gotten the basic mining upgrades. It's usually a sign of struggle. Let's get a couple of light cav as well in the mix. Let's go back, try to use the castle to fire some arrows at them. The dream would be to afford Paladin at some point, but it's probably not gonna happen ever. Gold, right. You will build mining camp here after you are done with this. Sword trade cards, we already have quite a few. Or at least a couple, I should say. So it's good. Let's keep constructing things. With our cavalry, we might have to send them in eventually. I guess, yeah, blue is fighting actually. So if we make a sufficient wall of units, you should send them in to help out. And teal is being pushed by everyone. It's interesting how, yeah, if one of the players just gets a free boom so they can develop the maximum amount of economy with the 500 pop size, it's very difficult to take them out and they can really impact you. I've been squeezed into this little corner, so it's not great. But again, I could have pushed out once we killed the remaining AIs, just too lazy at this point. Because I think our team has it, so I'm just doing half-hearted job at rebooming. Do we want to research Hussar? We could. Or we could go for Paladin if we save up food. Sure, not using wood for anything, so let's grab a couple of people from the lumber camps. Make a new mill here. These guys are gonna grab some extra stone, which we do have some stone here. You'll build another castle. I'll start researching Paladin soon. I think it's alright, just let it take its course. I think Grey's basically dead. They are trading though, they did build. Quite a big trade route. With teal, since they had like half of the map. But with just sheer weight of numbers from the allies, you should be fine. Orange was a little bit unlucky since he started on this peninsula here and just got wiped. But he did like green quite a bit. And also I was fighting constantly with purple before he got wiped. Teal is resigning. so Grey should follow soon. Immediate Research Paladin after all, I think. But it might hit any second now, yeah. There we go. It was a little bit of a waste, we should have just flooded Cavalier at that point. And you can still make some, but it doesn't matter at this point. They are not fully upgraded yet, they want the final attack upgrade, Blast Furnace. And yeah, Grey is resigning. I do like the Nomad quite a bit with the team games, even though the positions are really unfair. If you play as poles on this map, it's pretty good because there is so much stone you can mine. Or rather, yeah, stone you can mine, so you can get a bunch of extra gold from that. Because poles do have that. So if they mine stone, they also get a little bit of gold. How did we do? We killed 420 units. It's quite a bit. Economically, we didn't really do that good of a job. But yeah, that's because we fell off in the late game. Just several major powers developed. And like half of the players died out, basically. So there was not enough space for everyone. So what's the time on the stream? We have half an hour left on the Dictator. Basically. So are you here, Fairbuy? Any suggestions on the last thing we should play? According to Twitch, you've been streaming for 12 minutes. Yeah, it's probably because the stream crashed at some point. But I have it at 3 hours 29 minutes. No. There's evidence. It's in the vaults right now. Fairbuy is probably not here anymore anyway. You could do a Black Forest game to close this off. I haven't played Black Forest in a while. What civilization would we want for it? But we could do something crazy. Play 1 against 7 AIs on the hardest, but use the going above and beyond cheat, which makes you be able to research technologies 256 times, even the unique technologies. So you could make like ballistic missile archers, or scouts that move at the speed of light. Yeah, but it takes a lot of resources. It doesn't really help you in another regard, so it's quite tough to pull it off. I'm not sure if we should do Black Forest. I think Amazon Tunnel might actually be better for it. And what civilizations do we want to pick? But I'd like to pick one that has good, unique technology that we can research multiple times. I think Khmer are pretty fun. They would especially be fun if you had Celtic ally, because that gives them the attack speed buff. But even with the basic stuff, are Italians any good? They advanced to the next stage, 15% cheaper. Their dock and university technologies are cheaper. So that's supposed to be like the Roman legacy, basically. Fishing ships cost -15 because Mediterranean. Gunpowder units cost -20 because they were quite fond of early adoption of gunpowder, I think. Genoese crossbowmen is their unique unit, and the second unique unit is Condottieri, which is an infantry that has bonus against gunpowder, but infantry against gunpowder is always still bad. Also, why are we lumped together? Not sure. You do have only Italians as the only Italic faction here. No other real factions. At this point, Italy was not a single state, so it's kind of weird. But that's what the game does with multiple civilizations. Silk Road trade units cost minus 50%, condottiere available at the barracks, that's team bonus, so you can make other allies have that, but that's not really anything interesting that we could get for the 256 mod or the cheat. Because we can only make our archers take like basically no damage, but we can already do that with regular armor. So that's not too interesting as a unique technology. What's interesting is Japanese. Japanese are insane. Where is it? Japan. I'm so blind. Yeah, Japanese. They have Yasama, which makes towers fire extra arrows like castles, and you can research that 256 times, which means the towers are machine guns. So that's pretty cool. You can add them extra range with the fletching upgrade. Italians uses St. George like it's only Genoa, Milan. Yeah. Well, that's what the game does with multiple civilizations. China was also not the only China, like one state at that point, I don't think. And before Bohemians and Poles, there was just Slavs. So if there is a DLC for Italians, they might make them different. Also, there are Sicilians, but they came with a different DLC, and they are like Norman heritage people. So there's that. So what should we pick for the 256 cheat? I think the Japanese. So be the only one on this team. Let's pick a different color. I'm gonna do an Amazon tunnel. Extreme difficulty, standard resources, 500 pop, so they will definitely have the advantage there. Conquest. At least we don't have the Sicilians. People, it's kind of more tolerable. Yeah. There you go. We'll be fighting against Italians. They have a lot of different civilizations, some of them quite dangerous. Oh, I started. We need to go back. What I'll need to do is start on explore. This is like Black Forest, so it's a pain to explore the little nooks and crannies. Where is the reveal map? Explored for everyone. So the beginning is basically like any other map, so we don't have any bonuses right now, and we are against 7 hardest opponents, so we need to be really cautious about how to approach this. The best way would be probably go to feudal quite early to grab some upgrades for our lumberjacks, instead of going fast castle, and then fortify the tunnel over here extensively. But I could do that in feudal. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get the relics, I don't think. There is just no way. They would rush me. Should I keep the turkeys closer? So set up a patrol with the scout. If he played as a Khmer, they have a bonus technology that makes their scorpions fire an extra projectile, so they would have machine gun scorpions. But they still wouldn't be too great. I think the towers are better. And then you could make some lightning speed light cavalry. Finish the AI off. Oh, that's too many. Oh yeah, 3 bars on this map. Forgot. It's quite a lot of food. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull guy to hunt the boar faster. So it's gonna be 4. Let's get another lumber camp. I guess you go fast castle and then wall it in the castle age. Or start walling it in feudal. But the longer we stay in dark, the like we are not getting any bonus right now from the. Yeah, I need to actually apply it. I might not have enabled cheats going above and beyond. Yeah, it does not work. Okay, I guess we are restarting then because I need to enable cheats. Allow cheats. Third time's the charm, clearly. Come on. Is this how llama really sounds like? It's like zergling noises. This time we could get 2 relics at least. So the 256 stack mod should be enabled now. It's a cheat. get a bar. Where are the berries? Here. Okay. Horrible. We'll need a new bar. Probably too early, but let's get it. Just bring him around for a little bit. And I will step out. Didn't happen to me in a while. It's not good. Might consider going to feudal faster just to get the wood upgrades done, but I really would like not to have to do that. Instead do a regular castle age time. Because you'll need to boom up in order for us to be competitive, and we can hold with some tires, I think. The AIs are gonna go full aggression later, I think. So there's a third bar. Need to grab that one. So we need one more on that, but maybe just go with gold miners now. One of the AIs advanced faster, which makes me think they might go feudal rush. I'm gonna send a unit villager to wall up this choke, even though it's on the popsicle stick walls. It's gonna be something to give us some level of protection. No, I'm not gonna grab the loom. Let's advance. The goal is make at least one horse collar before we place any farms, if possible. We'll see. But that extra power it might be. There is an enemy scout. garrison. He's dead. Another scout. Maybe the horse color is too ambitious. We won't be struggling with wood too much, but I'd like it. Okay, let's try it. Gonna have to take one of these. Set up a market. Freaking scout. I need a blacksmith. Now we have the horse color, so let's drop farms. Set up a mining camp for stone. We don't have enough food now, but we will have it soon enough. Let's build a stone wall. Should have it soon after these guys deposit. Okay, 4 villagers. I'm gonna send them to wood. And we should drop a couple of double bit axe upgrades if we can. One of the gold miners can also chop wood. Another horse color upgrade would be nice. Another double bit axe. Should start to see some significant improvements to the wood chopping rate. Yeah. Let's improve the mining. We'll need another layer. So let's make it so there's a gap. Deforestation incoming. Yeah, later on with the mod you'll be able to cut down so many trees so fast. It's gonna go away like nobody's business. Gold miners are gonna set up a new DC. Unfortunately, food is going to be the rarest thing ever for us, since farming improvements are tied to carry capacity, so the farmers will have like hundreds of food with them, and they just wouldn't drop it off. Unless you use the town bell, which is actually a trick to make use of the town bell that's usually very frowned upon by most people. And for a good reason. It's a horrible thing to do for your economy most of the time, but not here. In here it's actually useful. If you set up towers, especially in your heavy farming areas, you can just drop off food quite quickly. If the mod has you stockpile so much stuff that you don't really want them to carry that much. And the improvements to their work rate are actually minor compared to how much carry capacity they get. So now we need to just hold. They made some knights on us, which is fine. I'm not gonna invest into defenses yet. Just make sure we produce villagers at all times. And then we'll drop some towers, drop a castle, start getting the Yasama. Take to Granary or hire someone to help them? No. That's not how life works here. Such vampires. We'll need a university. So let's build a university. Let's do a carry rate from the wheelbarrow. Let's research the town watch. Get them the basic loom. And I'd like this, but again, I'm gonna have to set up a new TC. Keep up with what we need. Let's have it there. Wood shouldn't be a big problem, but we'll still keep researching. Extra double bit axes. You should see they are just harvesting it very quick. It's gonna get even quicker, but we need some wheelbarrow now to buff their carry capacity, since 10 is very low. But it's gonna get pretty insane later when we won't even need as much. University, I'm gonna have to research fortified walls. So without that we will have problems holding that enemy attack. To research some upgrades for our mining. Another wheelbarrow. And we should see just insane amount of wood all the time. So that's good. Let's grab a couple of horse collars so that we can have insanely high food count farms. Cannot run out, basically. And they have some siege weapons now, so soon we'll have to invest into the towers. Which is gonna be something we don't really want to do, but we have to do. Let's grab extra blacksmiths, so we can research stuff much faster, because we'll need a lot of technologies. Yeah, the deforestation is almost here. We just need some more wheelbarrows, really. That's what we need. But the farmers are starting to carry quite a bit of food before they drop it off. Which, as I mentioned, is not always what we want. Okay, let's get a monastery. I'll need to collect these relics. And we'll have to start building towers and researching fletching now. We also will need a castle. Let's make a lumber camp there. Let's Person's gonna come forward. Gonna have to start building our first watchtower. Let's get ballistics. Let's get that. Let's get a couple more fletchings. The villagers will also keep being buffed by the wheelbarrows, so they walk faster. So eventually they will just be running like crazy, being able to carry whole trees in their pocket. It's kind of already happening here, but to a smaller extent. It's gonna be in the later times. Enemy is advancing to imp. Some of them, at least, some of them are slinging because they are in feudal still. Yeah, so they were slinging. It's very unfair from the AI. But yes, it does know how to sling. Let's do this. I'm gonna buy some stone, I think. Sell some wood. Yeah, it's very expensive. I'm gonna have to just make a mining camp instead. And let's get a couple of upgrades for mining. We'll carry them on their shoulders like Russian babushkas. Yeah. Let's get that, let's get that. Let's do that. Let's make some mud gold miners. Let's grab a couple extra wheelbarrows. Now these stars, they have 5 plus 12 attack, 8 plus 12 range. So they'll be able to kill these knights fairly quickly, but we still could do better, and we need more. And we need a castle, so that we can research Yasama, which is gonna be the machine gun turrets, or towers, once we research it enough times. But for now we are kind of poor, so just need to do our best to survive until that time. I actually would need a bunch more stone. Let's start to mine some of these. Also, there's also gold there. Okay, right. So search some of the gold mining upgrades. Let's drop this relic. Oh yeah, now we have enough for a castle. Let's drop a castle right there. And with these guys, we will want extra stone. And we need extra fletchings now. Sell off some wood. We are gonna soon encounter a problem where the enemy is gonna just send so much stuff that we'll really need to get better. Otherwise we are gonna fall behind and die off. Because it's 8 AIs on extreme, so they will be quite difficult to handle. A couple of extra fletchings wouldn't hurt. Getting good is always the issue, yeah. It seems to be. A couple of extra fletchings. You can see how quickly they chop the trees, it's insane. Well, let's make it faster. A couple of wheelbarrows. We are gonna actually start to see farmers hoard the food. So they are no longer dropping it off in timely manner, which is actually something we don't really want. Let's get a couple of extra masonries for the toughness of our buildings. And we'll have to start dropping extra towers, so let's do it. These guys have run out of stone, but they will mine this one. Let's get some extra double bit axes to make them even more insane. And the castle is gonna help quite a bit, but now we want the Yasama, which costs food. And farmers are hoarding it, so the thing to do here is just ring the town bell, get a bunch of the food from them that way, since they drop it off when they do that. Now let's grab a couple of Yasama technologies. Let's get a bunch of extra towers. And need to be really cautious now. Yeah, let's build extra towers so we can have the drop-off points for our town bells. We have so much wood now, I'll just keep selling it. Buy a bunch of food, bunch of stone. Let's try to build another layer of walls. Some more yasamas. Let's grab some more fletchings. It's insane how quickly we chop wood now. But it's still not enough. Let's make sure we have more places to drop off food. The enemy has trebuchets, so we'll need to make sure we have some good tars. Let's do a town bell. Let's get some techs. Keep dropping tars. They should have quite a high health now. You can see the amount of arrows that's flying out of these tars is getting higher and higher. And if we get enough of these, we'll be able to have so many arrows, it's gonna be insane. Let's try to kill those traps. And we'll need imp now. I think we are researching imp. Okay, let's send these guys to mine this stone here. It's getting a little bit bonkers with the movement speed. Let's buff them up with the wheelbarrow even more. Okay, let's get a bunch more tars. So we still don't have enough, and setting the town bell again. How was the food? Get a bunch of fletchings. Keep getting the construction speed as well. Some masonries. Okay, they just instantly harvested that stone. The villager efficiency is really high. But we need to get to imp so that we can research a bunch of this conscription. It speeds up technologies if the building is able to produce units. The technologies are gonna come in insanely fast. Try to kill the trap. Okay, we need more. Some of our towers from our city are even firing in here because they are in range. So of all the fletchings. So let's research more fletchings. It's getting like a continuous stream of arrows from a single tower. Let's deal with that trap. The heavy cavalry being mown down like nobody's business. But the AI will have insane economy, so we'll need to still be mindful. They could punch through this and that might become a big problem for us. So let's build another layer. It's gunpowder now, yeah. With ballistic missile towers or arrows at this point. Let's keep selling the wood. We have so much, I cannot even sell it in... Like, I'm holding shift and selling it as fast as I can. That's just not enough. Let's buy some extra food and some extra stone. And we will grab extra tars. We are in Imperial Age, so let's keep researching conscription. Make research faster. Let's grab some extra fletchings. And, oh, right. We'll need a couple of extra horse colors. And then I need a bunch of wheelbarrows. Just make the villagers teleport around. Almost in the corner. This is not the final form yet. But it's getting there. Masonry. I want the keeps. Okay, gonna have to construct a couple of extra towers for access. And what we actually will need is, let's get an outpost. I need vision. Harvest the food. Let's get the tower upgrades. And yeah, actually we need the Yasama soon, but not yet. The Rams can still tank the shots quite a bit, because they just have so much pierce armor. In general, siege weapons just have so much pierce armor they can handle it, but regular units really can't. Could you target that trebuchet? Such collateral damage from the splash hits is also quite insane. Right. More fletchings. Deposit the food. Let's get up some extra wheelbarrow. No. Wood cutting is getting a little bit out of hand. Okay, that's being done. Now, what about conscription tax? How fast are we researching now? Yeah, that's quite fast, but we can still make it faster. Each research makes it even faster. Now you just click it and it happens. That's what we want. Bunch of Yasama. So it's just increasing the amount of arrows even further. You can still research it some more times, actually. And so now I feel like this is kind of secure. So what we do is bring these guys here. Let's kill off this monk. Let's keep chopping this. I don't want them to chop this at all. And we'll need to consider what to do. I think we want stables. So let's build a couple of stables. We don't need an insane amount of them. Just something like this. Sell off some wood. And we'll start researching some armor for cavalry. Oh, we need food, right? Let's garrison. And some forging. And we will want some of these upgrades. Make the cavalry faster and stronger. And with these guys, I guess even more food would be nice. Let's get some towers as well. Yeah, it looks like this is fine. The game is lagging a bit, but that's expected. Need to keep selling off resources. Part of me wants to make the builds even faster than this, but it's not really necessary at this point. They're as good as it's gonna get. And the farming rate isn't improved that much. It only improves the farming rate a teeny little bit. So you have to burn through all the wheelbarrows to be able to get the benefit. Let's do that. $5,000. Let's improve to cavalry. And we have a monastery. I will improve their resistance to conversion. If we can. Maybe Japanese don't have it actually. Yeah, this is a conversion resistance. Because that's how they could get us. We could even research it multiple times to make it unconvertible, basically. We have more than enough wood. This person is gonna get so much stars. You need to keep researching some cavalry armor and mainly a cavalry attack. With the Khmer Scorpions, it's even more ridiculous since each Scorpion fires several hundred ballista shots at once. You can just let it run for a bit, accumulate some food, and do some research. Then you should have very powerful cavalry. Just send them in and watch them melt everything. Let's get the food. I actually will buy some from the market. I think it's very cheap. And I will keep selling it when we do buy it. Getting attack. They are getting kind of close, but we all want to delete those walls soon enough, so it doesn't really matter. The trap needs to go. And again, we'll need more food soon. Buy some wood from the AI. Then I'll have to do the town pellet thing again. Let's make them fast. Faster they are, the better. Some of them have like 120 food on them and they will still keep stockpiling it. Some of them will probably never deposit it with the amount of wheelbarrows we have. It's quite bad. I'd like them to deposit it at some point. Hey Boomer, welcome. Yeah. You have a cat. It's actually him. He wants to cuddle. If vampires will start a defense game, I should give it a chance. Yeah, clearly. When you play with the 256 tech mod, it is. Some of these guys still have the freaking food on them. Still getting some blacksmith upgrades. We should give it some time. There is no reason to rush this. And we want the cavalry to be spectacular when it arrives. If you had Capture H as a spectating thing, you could check how many kills these stars have. I think the cat wants to lie on me like on a couch, so I can rub his belly, but it's a little difficult to achieve that. Yeah. How are your beans? Cat is adorable, yeah. Yes. Massage the face. Okay, we need some food again. Let's give us some them. I think the cavalry might be good enough now. Let's make some. See how good they are. But they're fast. Plus 60 attack, plus 20 armor, and 560 HP. I mean, we could make it much better. But how long are we gonna sit here? That's the real question. Let's make it a little faster as well. Some extra HP wouldn't hurt. Just down bellet again for the food. Some of the farmers will never deposit food. Let's get some extra armor. Wouldn't hurt. But attack is the most important thing. Let's make them faster as well. The forests will burn and the fires of industry is real. Almost cut down the whole Amazon forest. It's alright. We also cannot really cap our pop. I could do it, but setting up even more stuff is just unimaginable right now. We could just set up a new DC here. That would actually be good because if it's close to the town bell, they would deposit stuff. Let's get a couple more bells. Make sure our blacksmiths are running. Couple of bells. Let's get a couple of wheelbarrows again. Or wheelbarrows, horse collars. 855 food on this farmer, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Some of them never depositing anything ever. Let's get another TC. Voids are always cute. Yeah, it's just since he's black, you probably can't see him very well. You can maybe see his paws, the tail. As I said, he's lying on me like on a couch, so. Make them even faster. I think it's time. Just unleash the cavalry. Let's get rid of the walls. We'll give it a harvest. Pretty good one. Last couple of researches. And then a rally point here. Heat them up. Oh yeah, housing. I forgot. It's alright. Can do it. Have the construction speed upgrades as well. So it should be very fast to make new houses. Keep researching attack now. $1000 HP with the light cavalry. Almost 100 attack, so it can basically one-shot most units. Against buildings, it's still gonna take a lot of hits, but it's alright. Let's take this group. Try to melt this TC. Yep. Try to melt this castle. Also will go down. As I mentioned, they could still be better. Cavalry replace their horses with cheetahs. Yeah. There is a pun somewhere in there with how cheat is pronounced. Yeah, let's give it another harvest. Yeah. If Super Cheese was here, he would make a pun. But even these few cavalry will actually be able to just constantly murder a lot of units. To make them even faster. Let's solve the ground with some towers here. The cavalry is just harvesting them. It's insane. Doesn't matter what kind of units they have. Melt paladins. We should research the resistant to conversion maybe. So many lumber camps and mining camps, the AI just loves to do this. Just like a wall. Alright, let's give it another harvest. Make them even faster. And they are resigning now. Yeah, I guess that makes sense for them. Just cannot handle the cavalry. Yeah, all of them resigned in a quick succession. Just a wasteland. So yeah, 256 mod, or if you use the cheat code, it actually makes the game pretty fun. You could even go for something like archers and just make them fire like machine guns with tamring. But problem with archers is they will never have more than 45 HP. So they are still gonna be fairly squishy. So you could still get hit by a lot of the stuff. And if you make the archers have too much range, they will actually shoot at such long ranges that they will always miss their shots. Because there is some time before the archers hit the target, and it gets longer as the arrow has to travel further. Glass archers, yeah, glass cannons basically. Yeah. But I think Mongols who have the speed on their siege weapons increased could be insane. You just research drill 256 times, you would have instant teleporting siege rams that would two-shot buildings with the bonus damage from many siege engineers, and maybe it would give them like 500 range, so a single push with a ram would just instantly create an explosion that would smash buildings all around it. I think you can do the same thing with Ethiopians, which have a blast radius increase as a unique technology for siege weapons. And you can make bombard cannons that have like 50 tiles Armageddon radius, so it's like nuclear missile bombard cannon. You just shoot and it has insane range. So if you have a vision here, you can just shoot a single cannonball and it will delete this entire place, just instant. Devastator cannons, yeah, basically. Earthshakers. So let's take a look at the stats. There's another cat now. She's eyeing me up. Yeah, it doesn't kill. That's pretty much expected with this economy. I don't think anyone can have more wood or gold or food. Of course, they do have more gold and stone. That's just how it is when they get the center. 666 research. Was unintended. 723% research. That sounds accurate. Society. Relics. Yeah, this guy got 6. Because he's the Lithuanians. They actually gave him the relics to make him stronger because he gets the buffs. That's interesting. Timeline. Just everyone ends here. Okay. So it's done. What is this? Just some fire on the background. That's gonna be it for the Dictator. Fairbuy wanted me to play the game we did play, the Darwinia. Which sucked to high heaven. And then we played some Age of Empires. So that's good. Might play something else. It's not too late yet. I'll see. So until that time, see you around. Bye.